Hey, what's going on, guys? Big FAQ drop today for X-Wing, so we're going to dive right into this. But first, I want to mention two quick things. Destiny just got a huge FAQ yesterday, changed a bunch of character point costs, changed some key cards like your Vibro Dagger, a lot of that. So check that out as well. I'm going to also be adding uh, a section to Crabbok.com that deals with Destinies, errata, and FAQs. I have those up for X-Wing and Armada already, and I'll be adding that as well, just as a quick reference in case you don't know where all the FAQs are. You want to just be able to link to them all in one place. That's one thing I have there as a resource if you're interested in it. But they're again also available here on FFG's website. Oh goodness. All right, so let's take a look at what we get for the X-Wing FAQ. First thing, we already knew about Advanced Slam. This isn't really news. We saw this already just recently, but if you haven't seen it yet, Advanced Slam now means you have to do an action in your action bar, so this totally changes the way some people are flying their lists. I know some of my viewers were pretty mad about this. I'm not a big K-Wing flyer, so it doesn't really impact me that much, but it changes the way a lot of people were running K-Wings. You can still drop bombs in people's faces, but now it's going to take a lot more planning to do something like that. So there's that. The next big one is Tiny Mind Link is limited to 2 per squad, so you can't have your whole squad linked up with Mind Link anymore. I think this is more of a thematic change as well as balance. I mean, everybody was running wild with a Tiny Mind Link for a while there. So I can say it seems thematic to me, and maybe this is, I don't know if this makes it underpowered. I don't know if this will see too much play anymore. Might be good for 2 ship lists, but I'm not certain. Um, Biggs Darklighter, huge change here. Biggs' ability is changed to he can do it once per game. Once per game. This is nuts. And it's the start of the combat phase. He gets to do this. This is nuts. This is a big change to Biggs. I think this makes Biggs kind of unplayable now, but on the other side, I mean, unplayable in competitive play. Like I wouldn't bring him to a competitive game. You could still use him in casual play, but I mean, like wait for that clutch turn. Oh, these other guys are about to die. Boom, trigger Biggs. Problem um, is that this, well, not problem, but the good thing is maybe this paves the way for T65s to actually show up and get a boost. You know, we've been wanting that for forever now, and this has always been the problem is that, well, if they buff T65s, that means that Biggs is going to become crazy. And so this is a way to pave the way for T65s to get upgraded. So there's that. Genius. Genius is getting a big change. So this kind of answers some of the controversy. You have to reveal and execute a maneuver if you did not overlap a ship. So if you bump a ship, you can't use Genius's ability. That's a little bit of a nerf towards some of the NIM lists that we've seen, right? But also it's pointing out you have to reveal it. So if you were ionized, I think this answers the question that you can't do this if you were ionized. There were some questions about that before. And so I think this is a reasonable change. I think it makes ions a little bit more definitively strong, or have a strong place in the meta as a counter to a lot of the NIM lists. It seems like a lot of this was counter to, especially like the NIM and K-Wing lists that were very popular. So we've seen a couple of things to do that. Speaking of the meta, contracted scout, your Jumpmasters are just nerfed into oblivion, right? They keep getting it over and over again. I think they must have realized at some point, it's like, man, we really made this thing too cheap. I don't know why you don't just up the price on them. But yeah, contracted scouts losing their torpedo slots and their salvage astromech, and they're all losing this. Um, I never bought 3 Jumpmasters, so this doesn't hit me as hard, but I know this hurts a lot of folks who were still running them with torpedoes, even if they couldn't take Deadeye anymore since they changed that. I wonder if Deadeye will go back to be large ship usable now. I wonder, since like, what's the point of not, what's the point of the Deadeye nerf? Are they gonna unnerf Deadeye? No, I don't know. I don't know. But here's the thing. What bothers me about this is that I liked the idea of running Dengar. I like the idea of a heavily loaded out Dengar with the title, and with like Zuckus to help him have a little extra, offensive power that way, and that salvage astromech that let him do another damage And I like that. I mean, this expansion comes with salvaged astromech cards, and now it's coming with stuff that it can't use. That bothers me. I don't know if that was a good call. Like there needs to still be a way to put salvaged astromechs on the Jumpmaster 5000. Like there needs to be a way to like I don't agree with that. But then again, I'm not in charge. I don't like the idea that it's coming. If nothing else, then the Jumpmaster 5000. I'm sorry, the Punishing One title should like have also been errated. Okay, well that one gets the salvaged astromech. Like they should give at least the one, and then at least then it justifies that. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think there should be you should at least be able to have one Jumpmaster 5000 with a salvaged astromech if the expansion is going to come with it? But we got some other things in the FAQ, so I'll be posting a link to this at the on Crabbok.com, as well as you can find this on FFG's website. This does go into effect the 6th of November, 2017. So if you are running anything this weekend or whatever, you're not bound by these changes yet. This is your last chance, but you might want to start doing them right away. But as you're looking through this, it's in a PDF format, so you'll need something to view that. I think everything can view these now. All the stuff that's in red is going to be the changes. Most of this stuff is stuff we've already seen. I'm not going to go over every single change. Most of it is stuff we are already familiar with, or some of it's just minor clarifications on certain things. Some cards, some condition feedback, or some common sense. Some of them I think were common sense, like clarifying the way double edge and some other pilot abilities work. Same thing with Lieutenant Kestel. There is a couple, or there was at least one other thing in here that I thought was significant. So I'm going to go scroll down. TIE Advance can't use somebody else's target lock for silly things. Like obviously you can't. I think this is an important one. Boba Fett. Like if he targets Jabba the Hutt and he gets rid of Jabba the Hutt, for example, you can still use those tokens, and then you're fine. If he gets extra munitions, you can still use their tokens for their effect. But if he does get something that targets another card by name, like the Ghost or Phantom title, then you won't be able to use the other the card that references it. You can't do so, and it spells those out, and that's so definitely give that. It's a good read. Let's see, where's the other one? There was something else in here I was looking for specifically. Let's see, no, there was. Minefield Mapper. This was one that there had been some questions about that I'm glad that they clarified. So when a ship with Minefield Mapper is used, they choose any number of their equipped bomb cards to discard, and each card can only be chosen once. So if you've got extra munitions, you can spend the tokens and you still have those two bombs available. I'm assuming you have like two bombs on the ship, right? Some people were trying to say that you could drop 4 on a ship that only has 2 bombs. Well, this is clarifying that no, each card you can only target once that way. So if you hit the 2 tokens, then you still have the 2 bombs for later in the game, but you can't drop 4 at the start of the game off a ship that only has 2 bombs. Makes sense. I have no problem with that. I had misplayed something with Minefield Mapper in one of my battle reports, and but it's just good to have clarification on this. I think this makes sense, and I have no issue with it. But there's a couple of other things in here that are just clarified, and just all the stuff in red. So make sure you check this out. I'm going to be posting a link to it on Crabbok.com. And yeah, it goes live here and in about 2 weeks. So make sure you start preparing for it. If I were you and you're playing casual games, I would try to implement these rules right away. It's just to get used to it so that you don't have any surprises at the last minute. But yeah, check it out. Destiny FAQ coming out too. Who knows what maybe there'll be another FAQ tomorrow. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think the biggest nerf here was? And also, do you think that this Biggs nerf is a sign of an X-Wing fix happening sooner rather than later? So let me know, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And make sure you subscribe and click the little bell for alerts, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.